Hi guys, welcome to Daily Inspirational Chats with Lisa B. So I want to start by today to give you guys a little truth, okay? Just a little truth. Now, as promised, today I want to ask a question. Have you ever been blacklisted? Yes, blacklisted. Now listen to this, guys. The definition of blacklisted is for one to be placed on a backlist. So that's exactly, the word speaks for itself, to be placed on a backlist. It then goes on to say being excluded or avoided. So it's a list of persons or things who have been regarded unacceptable, untrustworthy, and should just be excluded. If that is you today, right, I want to tell you something. First of all, I want you to know that you are not blacklisted when it comes to God. I'm getting all excited. You are not blacklisted when it comes to Jehovah God. Now, Isaiah 53 verses 3 says this. He was hated and rejected. His life was filled with sorrow and terrible suffering. No one wanted him. We despised him and said, he's a nobody. So the Bible tells us in many different scriptures that when Christ was here on earth, he was rejected. He was rejected. He was rejected when they placed him on the cross. He was rejected even though they had an inclination that what he was saying was actually truth. He was rejected. Now, blacklisted and rejection go hand in hand. They have some similarities. Now, John chapter 1 verses 11, it says he came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Let me read that again. I love that. John chapter 1 verses 11 says, he came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. I want to encourage someone out there that even if you are not received by people, even if people just decide you're not their cup of tea, they don't like you for whatever reason, do not take offense. I know that is hard, but trust me, it is a mastery that it's something you have to master. Do not take offense. It took me a very long while. It took me up to, I would have to say, every day of my life. I in some form or format, I go through some kind of rejection. And it is not necessarily that people don't like you, but sometimes what people see in you, sometimes it scares them. And I'll tell you this, right? And I say this in all humility. Some rejection can bruise you. It can hurt you, and it can cause some damage. But know this. You have a choice. You, my friends, can either take that rejection, take that bruising from that rejection, and you can curl in a corner and you can mourn and you can cry and you can say, why me, and why this and why that. Or you can use that rejection and start to fuel yourself from within. Fuel yourself from within, understanding who you were created uniquely to be. Now, every single day of your life, you got to remind yourself that it is okay. It is okay to be rejected. It is okay to be blacklisted. Nobody want nothing to do with you. It is okay. Listen. I'm going to give this illustration of a remote control. You know, sometimes you have a remote control and you have your AA or AAA batteries inside of a remote control for a period of time. All the time this remote is working pretty fine, but one day all of a sudden you go to and this remote does not work, right? What do? Naturally, you would start to, some people would check the batteries, right? So what does that say? Because something ain't working, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to just curl up in a corner? Or you're going to check and evaluate who you are as a person and understand who you are as a person. Check and understand your worth as a person. So you're going to check your batteries. If you're like me, this is what I just do. I give it reinforcement. I tap it to make sure maybe it has gone out of alignment or something like that. Before I totally give up on the it not working, I do a lot of things, right? So sometimes you as a person need to check and realign your thinking and your beliefs to who you know you are as a person, right? And you would find a percentage out of that time when you hit this remote and you check it and everything, you would start to realize that, wait, it actually start working. I'm not saying that every time it will work, but I want to implore and I want to encourage someone out there. If you have ever been blacklisted, it does not necessarily mean that you have lost your worth. It simply means you have allowed the opinion of someone or others to dictate how you now view yourself. Have you ever been blacklisted? Have you ever been rejected? Maybe rejected without a cause. Because someone said something about you, because of how you probably carry yourself, because of secondhand information that was untrue. There's so many different ways that people are rejected. You're rejected from even a family circle. And I just want to say this, right? This is not geared towards anybody. I speak as if I am speaking to the world. This is not my story. Well, I have been there, but today this is not for me. This is for you. That black sheep of the family that nobody seeks to understand. Because maybe she gives her mouth a little too much liberty. Because maybe she chooses to go in a different path. There's so many different elements to being blacklisted, to being rejected. I just want to encourage you every day to know that God will never reject you. And if you are rejected by persons, it doesn't say anything about you. It clearly says something about the rejector. Have a great evening, everybody, and thank you for having inspirational daily chats with Lisa B. Be blessed.